Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is September the 7th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture, baby. Apex predator. One day closer to an all-time high. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. I'm offended by selling. Don't FOMO on alts. All right, it's a holiday today in the United States. Hello, my elite friends. I hope you're enjoying yourselves, and maybe you're at the beach. Who knows what you're doing on this holiday here, wherever you may be. If you have questions, though, I have answers. I have good memories of this day through the years, the end of summer and everything with the family at the pool and everything. So that's why I'm smiling. I'm also smiling because my hair is just insane with this headband over it. I'm just laughing at myself. But if you have questions, I have answers. Type in BitcoinMeister or do a super chat. I'll answer your questions. And remember, check out This Week in Bitcoin. Christian, Jan, and Mauricio were on. By the way, this Thursday, Andy Hoffman is going to be on my show. Question, you can ask, it'll be an Ask Me Anything. I'll ask him questions. You'll ask him questions. You'll ask me questions. Last week was Tai Zen, so check out that show. I like this new Thursday tradition of having a guest on where everyone gets to ask the guest questions. And you get to ask me questions too. So it's like a hybrid Ask Me Anything type of show. Speaking about guests, in the past, I've had Chris Bleck on the show, on the This Week in Bitcoin show. And he's evolved over time. He was started out as a Bitcoin guy. Now he talks about DeFi, but he talks about DeFi in a responsible way, to say the least. A lot of the DeFi people don't like him. So you can tell he's doing something right. If the Bitcoin people don't like him, the DeFi people don't like him. He's a unique beast. Pound that like button for the unique beast. But be a unique beast, dudes. But here is a tweet of his. It's linked to below. Everything I talk about is linked to below. Prediction, and I like this. I like this type of prediction. It's not one of those clickbait predictions. It's a smart prediction. Prediction: before the end of 2021, a major Ethereum-based stablecoin, USDC, Tether, Paxos, True, USD, etc., will be acquired by a huge. And stablecoins are censorable. All right, they've got a central point of control. And if they're already well established, lots of people using them, why wouldn't a bank just say, "Hey, yeah, this is a way to expand what we do"? Because as I've said, there are a lot of people who are like, cryptocurrency is going to put banks out of business. No. Banks they're going to invest in this too, and they're going to have their own spin on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. They're going to be Bitcoin banks. They're going to make their own cryptocurrencies. They're going to buy out stablecoins and just use those stablecoins. So, hey, maybe Tether will sell out somehow. I don't know how that would happen exactly. But Tether will become Chase Coin. But I think that's, he says, by the end of 2021. I would love if that happened. I really would. It's great for the space. It would be great for the space if a bank takes over one of these major stable coins. It'll be a huge news story. Add legitimacy for all the 80%ers out there. I mean, do we really need their legitimacy? We don't need it, but it'll have to come eventually, and that'll convince some of them, the normies that are used to doing all their financial transactions through the traditional financial mechanisms like banks. So I like that prediction on this Labor Day. By the way, dudes, you're watching this live, retweet the show. I just put it out there. UK BitcoinMeister said pounded, and watch his show. It was earlier today. And always check him out on Mondays and Thursdays. He does a show. He's got conviction every Monday and Thursday. Here every single day. And yeah, dude, I just keep pumping them out there, dude. Man, I want to go. Today's my sprint day, by the way. I'm looking forward to that. It's beautiful weather in Asheville lately. It stopped raining. Okay. It hasn't rained for quite a few days, and it's just beautiful out there. September's a good time for the tourists in Asheville, and we're I've been running downtown. There are a lot of people downtown. And of course, I value my wealth in Bitcoin, but there's some fine specimens downtown, if you know what I mean. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, makes you run faster. So here we're talking about Ethereum subjects. Chris Black talking about Ethereum-based stablecoins. Okay, cool. Yesterday I was talking about the sushi, the DeFi based on Ethereum, the sushi, and yeah, Ethereum price did go down because there was a legitimate, not a legitimate fear, but a fear that the whole sushi debacle would bring DeFi down. And if enough people have the fear that DeFi is going to come down, of course the Ethereum price will crash. One day when there is a huge DeFi crash, and sushi didn't bring DeFi down, okay? This is going to happen over and over again. They're going to be bigger and bigger sushi examples of crazy things happening, exit scams, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't an exit. I mean, the guy exited, okay? Massive dumps of the latest and greatest DeFi token. So when something like that happens, yeah, there people are like, oh, this is the end of the party. Time to get out of there. So, but it was overblown. The DeFi party is going to keep going, dudes. It's going to keep going. Not that and that's not me saying go party with those dudes. Don't go party with those dudes. Or do what you want to do. But it's interesting to analyze to look at it from a distance. Because as I said on yesterday's show, I'm all for people doing all sorts of experiments. Create, don't destroy. Compete, don't complain. But we're going to have volatile days in Ethereum. Ethereum's going to be very volatile because of all this DeFi stuff. There's some days everyone is just going to be think it's the greatest thing since Swiss cheese. When some of these DeFi things pump, but then they're going to be disastrous type of days. And sometimes it will flow into the Bitcoin land because there'll be some people out there saying, "Oh, yep, DeFi's dead. Thus Ethereum's dead. Thus all of cryptocurrency is going to be brought down if Ethereum dies." And then you got to panic on your Bitcoin. There'll be all sorts. It'll be fun if you got a strong hand. It'll be fun in terms of your Bitcoin holdings. So yes, when larger projects in DeFi have major issues, it will cause DeFi doubt, which will cause Ethereum doubt, which will cause those what we've been seeing lately. But no, Ethereum is not dead. The Ethereum hype has just started. Don't think, and I said it yesterday, there was a good quote that says, just because the price drops to what it was last week doesn't mean the bubble's over. All right. Now, also something I said yesterday, I want to make a correction. We talked about the issue that Trezor had with the your 25th word. 25th word isn't the best way. With your passphrase. And I said it was also a digital bitbox, and I made a mistake. I meant to say keep key. Okay, but just want to put that out there. And people, so we're at this five-digit realm. I forgot to say that in my opening, because I am so used to the 5-digit realm. Now, some of you enjoy contacting me when it goes below $10,000, which it has a couple times, and then I think you're panic stricken, or maybe you're trolls. I don't know, one of the two or a combination of the two. Dude, you freaking wake hands. Every time it's gone under $10,000 for the last few days, it's like it lasts like a couple minutes and then it goes back up. Okay, so there's some psychology at play here. First of all, the weak psychology, the weak hands that have to panic every time. But it seems like this is a normie. The price is getting. And hey, dudes, if it closes below $10,000, that's the end of the streak. Great. All streaks end. What's it matter if the streak ends on September 10th? And then of course, on September 10th, 2021, what's it going to be worth though? I mean, that's the long-term thing. Yeah. If you get caught up in these blips, I mean, well, you end up one of these dudes that like ats me, and maybe some of you had good intentions. First of all, I've said this plenty of times on the show. If you do at TechBalt on, expecting me to reply in your thread on Twitter, you're not going to get that. If you have a question for me, you ask it here. You can do a super chat, you can do Bitcoin, or you can send me a DM. And I've also said this before, please, please, on Saturdays on Shabbat, I'm not online during Shabbat, okay? That's why the This Week in Bitcoin show ends before Shabbat and the Beyond Bitcoin show starts afterwards. Please don't send me messages. Please just don't contact me on Shabbat, okay? Just don't. Please don't. I've asked this a few times, and I don't know if everyone gets it or knows what Shabbat is. Look it up if you don't know what it is, but just don't contact me then. I'd appreciate it. I really would appreciate it. And I know it's just, I don't like at coming back and there's just all these messages and it's just a pain. I mean, if you're familiar with the show, if you're familiar with me, just please. But okay, that's a little bit of a side thing. And I know I'm still going to get it and stuff. It's just, I find it, I mean, this is a personal thing. I find it very annoying to when I come back and I see all this and some of the stuff it's like urgent stuff for some people. Like, dudes, I'm not around on Saturday. So when you're sending me urgent or semi-urgent stuff, it's like you don't even pay attention to what I'm saying, what I'm doing out there. Okay, so continuing with this. But okay, so people send me are worried about the 10K. Okay, great. But I believe the streak is still intact of a closing. But here's a closing above 10K, and they're gonna be they're gonna be dips, dudes. So the best thing you can do, I mean, if you really care about your own financial well-being, is instead of sending me saying that you're worried, you're wanting my opinion, just buy it, buy the dip for God's sakes. If you remember, here's a quote, a tweet. If you remember how hard Bitcoin had to fight to get above 10K and stay there, then you should understand it might now be difficult to go under it and stay there. Now that's from Alistair Melney. I like that. It's the psychology here. It's becoming a normie number. How about that? I like that normie number. I came up with that. I come up with all sorts of sayings. Pound that like button. So yeah, it seems like it can't stay below 10K because it's psychologically ingrained in people's mind that a Bitcoin's worth at least $10,000. A Bitcoin's worth at least $10,000. How about that? How about that for psychology? That's the price bottom. It's worth it. And if you go on social media today, there's a lot of people, and I quoted Alistair there, but there are a lot of people out there, well-respected Bitcoiners, that are talking about this. That it's like it's the threshold. It's what people think a Bitcoin is worth. That's okay. So before I talk about a second, there's all sorts of psychology involved in these prices, 5-digit realm, and perhaps we've gotten to the psychology is it's gotten into so many people's heads now. That's psychology. That 5-digit realm. It's not just this faraway concept that I've tried to teach everyone. It's the normie thing. It's the normie number, 5-digit realm. 5-digit realm. Now, one other thing, Rosh Hashanah is coming up. I don't do a new show on the second day of Rosh Hashanah or the second day of Passover. This has been explained before. So, I mean, maybe you'll get some compilation thing that I'll set up a premiere to set up beforehand. But just putting it out there. And what is it? The second day of Rosh Hashanah is Saturday. Well, this is second. I don't do it the day of I don't do a show the day of the second night of Rosh Hashanah. It's very confusing because Jewish holidays start at nighttime. But so it'll start Friday night. I'll do This Week in Bitcoin beforehand. There will be no show on Saturday. And then Sunday, once it ends, I'll be back. And I will be in Baltimore. Yay. Now, so let's go the opposite of religion. There are a lot of secular people out there that totally do not believe in God, that totally do not believe, and that's their thing. So for the people out there, and that don't believe in simulation theory, they believe that when you die, that's it. Just you go into, there's nothing. It's totally over when you die. All right. So let's, with that concept out there, and you're welcome to think that, that's fine. But so let's the Bitcoiners that have that concept, that if you believe that when you die, it's just, that's it. That's totally over. It's just darkness for eternity. Bitcoin is an asset you can take with you. You can take with, because all the other assets out there, everyone always says you can't take it with you. You can't take your money with you. You can't take well, actually, you can. With Bitcoin, you can. If you believe that it all goes dark, that's it. That's the end for eternity. Now, your bank account, the government's going to take. Your real estate, the government is going to take. They will find a way to get it, okay? If you have a bank account or a real estate, you'll be, gone for eternity, but the government will take. And so, indeed, you could not take it with you. You cannot take your bank account or your real estate with you. The government is going to end up with it. But with your Bitcoin, if you've never told anybody your seed, your recovery seed, and you can totally control your private key, you're taking it with you, because it also goes away forever. It goes away forever. If you properly have it stored, and you before you've passed away, you've burnt up your recovery seed, so no one can ever find it. It's quite interesting that if you have that mindset that it's over. When it's over, it's over. There, this is the one asset you can take with you into eternity, into the darkness of eternity, if properly stored. It's very interesting. Now, of course, since you're not existing and it's not existing, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. But on the other side of things, back here in existence, the government will have nothing. So you will have taken it with you into that never-ending eternity of darkness. Now, again, I'm not saying for people to believe in that. That's a downer, talking about the never-ending. But indeed, if you believe that, you can take the Bitcoin with you, and no matter what. Hopefully, everyone does have people here on this side of the spectrum that they want their to continue on their holding for them, as I do, and of course I do not. Just putting it out there in a beyond Bitcoin moment. I don't believe in that eternal. I don't believe in that. It's when it's over. That's it. We can talk about that on the Beyond Bitcoin show, but no, I don't think there's eternal darkness. But plenty of people, you're welcome to believe that. You're totally welcome to believe that, and you can take the Bitcoin with you. Now, if you believe there is something after you're gone, as I do, you can't really enjoy the Bitcoin there. But that's fine. That's why you give it to your family members and everything like that. You get the point. All right. So pound that like button. Now, speaking about it, black, the eternal darkness that's black, right? Is that bad to say? Well, apparently, Blacklist, somebody out there with Bitcoin Core in the development, in the Bitcoin dev community, didn't like the term blacklist. They wanted to turn it, and this was around June when apparently this was first put out there. And if you remember, in June there was a lot of SJW related stuff in the real world, dealing with group issues, should we say. And so it's no surprise that someone had a problem with Blacklist. Now, why did they have a problem with Blacklist? There are a lot of people guessing why they had a problem. So they wanted to change the Blacklist term to blocklist, and I think they were able to do it. But Hodlnot has a tweet. He says, if someone wanted to create fragmentation and splits among Bitcoin devs and Bitcoiners in general, this is a great tactic. I don't think it will work, though. So people have found out about this over the weekend, and it has created a lot of noise. There are a lot of people saying this is ridiculous. Who cares what you call it, blacklist or blocklist? JW Weatherman says lots of very good people on all sides of this very confusing and multifaceted debate. I'm still not 100%. I followed everything correctly. So there are legitimate people that are saying, well, just call it blacklist. Blacklist didn't make sense originally, and I don't want to change it. It's not about feelings here. It's about it making sense. So, but both guys here bring up good points. It is a lot of noise. It could be possible that someone else, this is where the big boys play. If someone wants to cause division in Bitcoin, they're welcome to try with something like this. I think this is a It's clearly a way to do that, to cause a lot of noise. And people have talked about there are going to be social attacks on Bitcoin. So, I mean, bring it on. I mean, that's fine. At the same time, I think it's noise. So you can ignore it. You can do. I wanted to bring it up because it is being put out there on social media, and I did want to say there are probably plenty of smart people out there that they're not SJW. They're just like, yeah, it makes more sense to call it blocklist than blacklist. I don't care what they call it. Now, and if I do think if someone just planted that in there to cause division, then okay, then it wouldn't shock me if someone did it. But it also wouldn't shock me if someone just did it because they thought it made sense. Who knows? All right, let's see if there were questions here. What do we have here? I finally caught up with all your shows on Spotify, Richie said. Awesome. Remember, sportsmeister.com, guys. You can hear the audio version of the show. You don't need to see my hair with a headband around it. What else do we have? Now, okay, that's it. No other people doing it properly. No one did no one typed in BitcoinMeister or did a super chat. That's the only way I'm going to see it because there are a lot of people posting stuff. Now, finally, two final subject matters here. The Decrypt had an article a few days ago. Bitcoin is now the 6th largest world currency. Whoa, what's that? What are you talking about? Well, if you measure it by M0, and M0 refers to the most liquid form of money, cash. That includes central bank notes and coins. So it's a simplified version of what money is. And if you look at Bitcoin that way and compare it to other world currencies, just looking at their freaking cash and coins that are out there, then yeah, it is the 6th largest world currency already by value. But as we all know, it's a lot more complicated than that when it comes to national currencies. It isn't just cash and coins. There's a lot of other stuff out there. So, but that's it's interesting that Bitcoin has gotten to that level in terms of comparing Bitcoin to national currencies with the M0 measurement. Finally, I mentioned this on another show before, how traditional pastimes like basketball have become very politicized, and I've said that maybe just being an altcoin fan and getting or a cryptocurrency fan and using that as your pastime is better for you than just sitting on a couch and watching basketball and being distracted by all this political stuff they're throwing in your face. And I said maybe cryptocurrency and pastimes could somehow be intertwined. Well, over in South Africa, they're having something called Crypto Fest, and she's what's her face has put on many events down there, and I've attended them. Oh, I can't remember. Why can't I think of her name now? Sorry. Anyway, so there's an event. The event they're having there, one of the promotions is crypto battles. They're going to have DeFi a bubble debate. So okay, I've said many times that some of these debates, it's a bunch of noise, it's a bunch of distraction. But Sonia, who I forgot her name for a second there, Sonia is promoting an event and saying that you could have a fun time just watching a crypto battle. So I like that. Okay, don't get obsessed with crypto battles, but maybe that'll be the term. Would you rather? Is it better to watch a crypto battle than watch a basketball game? It probably is. It's, you're not going to in most crypto battles, you're not going to have people wearing political slogans on their shirts. I don't think. So good for coming up with a crypto battle term there to describe, which is DeFi a bubble debate. Okay, that's fine. And again, this goes with my whole my producerism mentality, if that's a word. Well, I just came up with it. That coming up with new pastimes, it's good. It's a new thing. I might not enjoy treating it as a pastime and spending time watching a bunch of people have a crypto battle. But it is something. It's something new. It's creation. It's not destruction. So good. And it's adding to the crypto marketing that's out there. Good for her. And who knows what the future of pastimes is going to be. Maybe there'll be all sorts of crypto battles and crypto intertwined pastimes that we cannot imagine now. And maybe sports. There'll be crypto certain altcoins will sponsor teams. I don't know. I mean, we've had the jerseys have Bitcoin on them and other things, but something a little bit more complex than what I'm saying here. All right. Let's see. Raw power. You are like a strict teacher. Follow the rules. Pupils type. I don't know what you're saying, dude. I'm a strict. Are you talking to me? You typed in BitcoinMeister. I know it's not. I don't think. I know English isn't your first language, so it just you didn't convey whatever you're trying to say very well. But no, I am I a strict teacher? I'm strict to myself. I'm a strict teacher of myself. To everyone else, I mean, I'm saying, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. If you're going to experiment, I'm not going to. And you're going to try to experiment with other things, I'm not going to just be like, go to the Bitcoin Inquisition. That's not me. I mean, you're going to learn the hard way. I think life is a strict teacher. Adam Meister isn't a strict teacher, but I have a lot of self-control. I'm a strict teacher of myself, and I value that. Having impulse control is very important, and I encourage other people to have impulse control and be long-term thinkers and be strict teachers for themselves. But to be the ultimate and strict teachers to others, where you send them to like the Bitcoin Inquisition, that's you gotta have some leeway. That people are gonna make mistakes. You don't slap them. You're not mean to them. You try to give them some leeway, and you just say, hey, you'll learn the hard way. I'm not gonna pound you down. Life can pound you down. It's a strict teacher. All right. That is it. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the DisruptMeister. Pound that like button. Subscribe to the channel. You get a new show here every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll say thanks to all of you in the chat. Bye-bye.